of this draft here, or most of the draft. To be honest, I don't think anyone heard any of the draft. But
That's all right. Drafts are dumb and for nerds. Can they hear us now?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, all right, awesome. That's what's important. I analyzed that draft beautifully. It was like a perfect prediction out of almost every pick from Ricky. We are so on point today, you guys would not believe it. Impressive stuff, Ricky, as usual.
Yeah, I mean, nothing that we can do, all outside of our control. But
Mhm.
hopefully these
Well,
get straightened out going forward.
well, predicting these picks aren't outside of your control, though. Impressive stuff, my man.
Yeah, of course.
That's why you're the best in the business.
This is known.
Yeah. All right. So, how do you feel about this lifestealer pick? This is the only thing we didn't have time to touch base on? This is the a pick that you were just about to explain why it made perfect sense as you were talking about it.
The Life Stealer?
Yeah.
Well, it is one of those heroes that's like, oh my gosh, so many voice lines. It is one of those heroes that is very good into the Legion Commander. Like, it actually trades lane pretty well. It's one of the few cores that can scale really well into the Wraith King. The problem with Life Stealers, though, is it does struggle to farm. And that's the thing that like really makes his hero underwhelming at times. So we'll see if he's able to kind of dominate the lane and pull ahead. It is a good pick, but if he has a bad lane and Legion Commander just kind of snowballs it, then I think this game is very handedly going the way of APU here.
We'll see if that happens. How do you feel about the starting items of this lifesteal? I wanted to get into that.
The solo Quelling Blade, he actually went back and bought himself some extra stuff that's coming out on Courier right now.
All right, so he was going to hard commit to just going for that Helm of Iron Will, but then he realized,
Dude,
okay,
look
I'm
at the
playing
Weaver. He's beelining for the Courier. If he gets
if he gets this, this is you. Can he get it? Oh, no, come on, go on. Believe
the
in yourself.
items got delivered, but
all right.
Dude, if he actually got the Courier with his starting items on it, this Lifestealer's game is just over.
Yeah, it is super brief. I think Katara definitely realized, okay, I'm playing against the Legion Commander, I'm playing against a Weaver. These people are just able to walk at me and do a ton of damage. I need HP regen, and I need items to help me last it creeps. So he was forced to buy a couple of things, couldn't go straight for that Helm of Iron Will. This item is certainly getting nerfed in some way in the upcoming patch, by the way. 9 days.
Helm of Iron Will or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Yeah, item is way too good. Bold of you to assume the patch is actually going to launch in 9 days.
They said the 23rd. I'm holding them to it.
I wouldn't hold your breath.
Well, I've got Pokemon Legends Arceus in the meantime. All right. We get to see Leo style on his signature hero. Now, we were certain it was going to be, what? You're saying a Mars mid when you saw both the Tidehunter, or when you saw Tidehunter, Ogre Magi, and Mars come out.
Yeah, but they just dropped mid lane for the Batrider instead, and now you have Mars taking up that 5 position, Ogre in the 4. That being said, I'm pretty sure... Okay, yeah, Cat U is the 5 if I'm not mistaken, so that is correct then. A little bit strange. We don't normally see Mars in the 5, especially when you have a hero like Ogre on your team, but maybe Ogre. I don't know, maybe we'll see him go the Midas this game. Yeah, that'd be pretty spicy. Good way to grief your pubs.
Didn't you just go minus an Ogre last time we played together?
Dude, what? No, I don't even think I've played Ogre in the last year.
Right, no.
I did go 4-2 yesterday, though, which was pretty pog.
Impressive. Any highlights of those games, Ricky?
My very first game yesterday was 63 minutes against Pudge Techies. So, good way to start the day.
Nice. Very nice. I was just fixing a couple settings that I didn't have enabled real quick, changing my key bindings. I actually just finished casting. Sorry, not casting. I was secondary observer for the SEA final, so I have a newfound respect for you and what you do.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, lots of years of practice. It's finally paying off,
Yeah. Being good at what you do, or having a little bit of respect from your peers.
No, I'm not good at what I do. It's mostly the respect.
You have to let me in.
Top lane. End up dropping pretty low here on the Weaver.
All these
really
lanes are
don't
pretty
like Jupiter's
static.
name change. Yeah, they are. Not a whole lot going on. I really don't like Jupiter's name change. It confuses the hell out of me every time I look at it.
Really? Why is that?
Hmm?
Like just because you don't know how to pronounce it?
Yep. It just can't be done.
It is a pretty rough one. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And of course, Moose changing his name to Kim. MJZ changing his name to Cat-U.
Yeah,
everyone's
changing their names. It's the new hot thing, you know. It's Valentine's Day, new you. You know, just change your name. No one will recognize you anymore. It's that simple.
I mean, that's a legitimate strategy for some people, depending on their attitude in recent pubs.
Yeah. Here, are you that one guy from this pub? No. Clearly not. Different name. I don't know who that is.
I don't know if you saw, but some people have been getting fairly heated on Twitter recently.
That's not surprising.
About,
People are always heated on
pub
Twitter.
attitude. I don't want to name any names until their matches happen. I'm going to describe the beef between the two players, but
then you're gonna roast them. Bring all the guns out.
And bring it back up. Probably in the lobby, so they start all chatting.
Oh my goodness. So they happen to have Lifestealer against Legion Commander, like we said. Pretty much like a decent lane for the Lifestealer. They both have the Helm of Iron Will, so now Lifestealer does borderline 0 damage to the Legion Commander outside of Feast, and even then it's reduced, so
yeah.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah, if you look down in the bottom lane, you'll see Benny has a Helm of Iron Will as well. I do like that everybody is helmet wearing. All these heroes,
Safety first, you know?
Yeah.
Anchor Smash bottom. Are we gonna see the first blood? Nope. Serum's gonna make it underneath the tower. He's gonna be fine. You know, growing up, it was always super not cool to wear helmets, you know, when you're on a bike. There it is. First blood goes the way of the Weaver. Okay. A little Sakuchi into that Geminate attack underneath the tower. Very nice.
Yep. Ends up grabbing the kill onto MJZ there. Playing this Pajai bars is pretty underwhelming, but you don't have a ton of armor to work with. As soon as he's got level 3, he's got bugs, Sakuchi, and Geminate attack. It's very easy for him to run people down. Speaking of that, Ogre Magi getting chased through the jungle here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What a poor existence. Leave me alone.
All right, it's eventually stopped. Oh.
Has it? Does it ever stop? The nightmares?
It's like, I think they're trying to bait over here in the mid lane, but 2 rotations coming out here from Lava. Both their 4 and their 5 are here to try and help secure the room. It's actually a TP bottom.
Yeah, they're going to know about the CP, though. They just planted a ward there on the Bane, so the question is, like, can Benny make it out of here? Absolutely not. Beautiful rotation in from Leo style. Looks like he is going to go ahead and find that kill. Serum actually looked like he was going to try and go for the Nightmare play there onto the Batrider and maybe save this Wraith King, but regrets that one as he ends up just dying as well. So 2 kills in the bottom lane here for Lava.
Yeah, I think he realized a little bit too late, okay, I'm not close enough to my Wraith King there. I'm not going to be able to drop the Nightmare off of the Batrider. By the time he's actually in position, he's already dead.
And mid lane, Cat-U goes down. That's the Arcane Rune there from Leshrac, is a little bit of assist there from the Weaver. They managed to keep the Catapult alive through all of this, and that's big. I mean, this tower is going to take a lot of damage. They're just trying to pull this creep wave away. Perfectly done here by the Ogre. They will fortify this just a little bit longer, get those last couple auto attacks, but
yeah. One thing that is surprising there is the fact that Leshrac, he's actually opted to go 3-0-3 here. And as he got a level when he was underneath the tower, he didn't put an extra point into Diabolic Edict. He's going all in and trying to fight these heroes.
Yeah, looks like it's paying off as Cat-U is going to go down a second time here. Everyone gets a chance to throw that spear.
Yeah. And then he finds another one there.
Dude, so many good D-wards too. They're really putting pressure on this mid lane. Just look at the vision that they have created here on the Radiant. Like, they've got a ward on the Rune as well as behind the tower. Meanwhile, Lava, I mean, they're in the dark. They don't have anything. So you gotta be very careful around this mid lane.
Yeah, I've got absolutely no idea what they are up to, but Leo Style is playing pretty far back, so. Alright, they show up, but Mars coming in, Ogre Magi coming in as well, so he's gonna be fine.
trying to do as much damage as they can on over to Leo style, prevent him from making it to any of these runes, but they're actually missing all of the D wards, and look at that, the Weaver. Thanks to that ward, we'll know exactly where that gets planted. They're forced to deny their own ward. Regen rune bottom, sniped by Kim, and this should be a rundown here on the Bane. Pretty easily Nightmare there, but they will just wake him back up. Ooh, split Earth off the mark. Can Leo style even make it? It doesn't look like it's slowed down by Mini thanks to that lightning. In comes Frank, though, the Tide Hunter. He's got a Ravage. He's just gonna let it rip right away, and they do catch Leshrac. He gets the kill there onto the Bane. The question is, can they actually bring down Lesh? Fire Blast is there, burning. 6 sticky napalm charges is enough as Cat, you gets killed. Beautiful rotation from the Tide.
Not long after he,
This is
be a little bit careful
it's just
here.
not stopping, dude.
Yeah. Kim, he's got too much armor as an Ogre Magi. He's not going to be able to finish him off. You're going to try to run into him, get one more auto attack, but with the extra armor from the tower, he will survive.
Oh, just a little short on
Got
that.
Scucci up in 1.
He gets the courier for good measure. Okay, he's just getting away with a little bit too much here on the Weaver, but that is the nature of this hero.
Yeah, at the very least, Moose ends up getting away. I mean, you say that, but he's getting away with this. He's not done. I mean, he's just back here cutting the creep wave and whatnot. Is he gonna suicide to the tower?
Classic.
He is. Yeah. Besides, he doesn't want to do the trip back to base. Wants to TP right to the lane and get back into the action. But there's a nice rotation by Frank over there to the mid lane before all of that. Just recognizing they were trying to die. Benny.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage bottom here, but he'll be okay. Armlet Toggle is, like you said, holding the point for reincarnation. They're going to go and TP in the Weaver. Leo style showing up as well. Might be enough to push them away, so they will be able to take the tier 1 tower. And he will TP to the top lane on the Wraith King, going back to farming. Meanwhile, duel underneath the tower. They get Kim. So first duel victory of the game is going to go the way of Sexy Fat on his Legion. And Mini, with only 1 point in Edict, does not do a lot of tower pressure, but the rotation from the Wraith King, they might be able to do this anyway.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact they don't have Ravage backup, so they're not going to be able to defend from this one. Benny, he did lose a little bit of time. He ended up putting that point into reincarnation, not using it. Some of the skeletons down in the bottom lane, and they ended up getting cleared out pretty quickly, which is not ideal, but they do end up getting the tower. I feel like you are on a little bit more of a timer on Lava. As the game gets later, I feel like APU's draft is just going to scale a lot harder. Legion Commander is eventually going to become very big, especially going this Armlet build. Leshrac becomes incredibly scary. And I think, I hate to say it, but lifesteal is kind of underwhelming, especially given the fact you're playing against a Legion Commander. If Legion just gets on top of you at the beginning of every team fight with like a Blade Mail, Blink Dagger, Armlet, then your team has no damage.
Yeah, they do lack damage, that is for sure. I think there is a really big power spike that comes out of the Bat Rider.
They're gonna be they're gonna have a lot of damage for a while, but eventually just falling off.
Mid lane. Multicast are gonna go for a dive here onto the Bane. Nightmare onto 1. He's still got the Fiend's Grip if he wants to drop it, but Leo style is gonna force him back. So we're gonna continue to apply pressure here. TP in from Benny. Great Fire Blast out on over to the Ogre. Jesus.
It's a tongue twister if I've ever heard one. And it looks like everyone's just going to get back. The team would love to take the enemy's mid-tier 1, but Leshrac with only 2 points of Diabolic Edict, he'd rather farm up the jungle. I mean, this is what this build is for. Taking team fights and farm as fast as possible.
A little bit too far bottom. They grab him with the Fiend's Grip, follow up here from the Split Earth. Not even necessary. They just throw the lightning. So Leo style giving away a pretty big kill there, as he is very important. Like the threat of the Bat Rider is always an issue, but
yeah, he's only third on the net worth, which is, you know, a lot less farm than we usually see Leo style on the Bat Rider. But he just hasn't managed to find, I don't know, is much farm this game. Plus, I don't think Kataro, he's not really going to be active for the next little bit. Probably not until he finishes his second or third item like we usually see on the Lifestealer. The hero definitely relies on having a couple items before he's able to do much in team fights. Just relying on his right clicks. But they've got this like early mid-game timing that they're going to be super strong, but eventually they're going to fall off. So Lifestealer just getting ready to ramp up for that one. Batrider needs to hit his timing at the same time, and he knows, all right, by the time you have 2 items on the lifesteal, I definitely need my BKB. So right now he's going to work on that. We'll see if Sexy Fat can punish. It looks like they're setting up for it up in the top lane.
Yeah, they actually just smoke up here on Kim and Catyu and gonna try and make a rotation. I mean, finding this Wraith King first is not ideal. I mean, these 2 supports probably don't have the damage to kill him alone, and yeah, they just have to walk away. Not much you can do.
Ahem. Boo!
Tell me how you really feel. Mid lane. Oh, they actually... Oh, they didn't even have Fort. That was very weird. Went for a Boots of Travel play onto
that might have been a misclick.
Leshrac, but...
Yeah, I think he just hit the map.
Creep instead of the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you
they had Ravage and everything, they could have gone for it.
Yeah, if you target like slightly too far forward on the map, it'll go to the creeps, so the creeps are there instead of the tower. So definitely a misplay. And he's just going to stay up in the top lane instead. Like we talked about, he does need to work on this BKB.
I really like what they're doing with Frank in the mid lane. They're just making sure to plant him here. Oh, mid lane, speaking of which, they find the Bane. Arena Spirit will be able to secure that kill pretty easily. And the Tidehunter back to defending this mid tower. I mean, they don't really have much kill threat on this hero. The only option you have is a duel with like the Leshrac, right? But
and Legion Blink.
Does Legion have Blink now?
Legion has Blink flying out right now, so this could be the end of Frank.
Yeah, that's what you need 100%, is you need some way to get on top of him. Dude, he is so farmed on this Legion. Really well done by Sexy Fat. This is like a really solid Blink timing.
Yeah. He's hoping Tidehunter walks up. Frank has gamer sense, though, and he knows it. Probably about now, given Sexy Fat's got a pretty good game. If he's not showing on the map right now, he's probably got a Blink. Don't do it, Frank. I talked you up so hard. Don't go back to the mid lane.
Neph,
I know
he's
you're
about
better
to make
than
you
this.
look silly. There's the duel, comes out right away. The Wraithfire Blast, the rest of the damage dumped in from the Lesh. They get the kill, they get the duel, and now turn their attention to the tier 1 tower. Well,
Frank the tank in shambles.
Backside, they also find the Mars. Nightmare into a split Earth, so they'll take themselves a second kill on the side of APU. And this is when things kind of start to become really difficult, because you can't really afford to lose too much of the map here if you're Lava. Like this Legion +1 can just rotate and find kill after kill.
Yeah, now that she's got the Blink Dagger done, it's very easy for her to get on top of heroes. And like we were talking about, this Batrider needs the BKB, and he's still pretty far off.
Yeah,
he needs 2,500 gold until this is completed. He is super far behind where he normally is. We normally see him at like 4.5, 5k net worth around the 5-minute mark. Like he always just pops off on the Batrider on Leo style, but this game hasn't managed to find a ton. And it's not like he's like doing incredibly poorly. I mean, he's 2-1-3 and he's participated in a lot of kills.
All right, back into the mid lane. They know they've still got Ravage available, and if they see Sexy Fat, they don't have to worry too much about the duel, and they're just gonna go ahead and try and dive him. They get the lasso right on the money, and all right, Sexy Fat, you were kind of the bane of their existence before, but speaking of bane, he finds Kataro onto the backside. He does have a DD rune, just gonna try and chase him down. Inside the arena, they find the Weaver Spear, is gonna grab that kill as they grab the other bane, and so ends up being a 3-for-0. Really sick rotation in from Lava. Deeping in bottom, they want to try and push Mini out of this. Kim coming in, is he gonna get the Fire Blast in time? They flame break him in range. Really sick play. And now Mini not gonna be able to survive this encounter. Ends up being a 4th kill plus a mid tower. A beautiful series of events there for Lava.
Yeah, they just completely come apart. Some of these abilities come off the cooldown. They say, okay, it's go time, and manage to catch them out. I mean, I was pretty sure Benny scouted that out. Like, you saw a lot of them smoked up behind the tier 1 tower as he caught them when they were placing that observer ward on the hill here. But the team just didn't respond to that one properly. And they didn't even have to commit Ravage for that one, so they might be able to keep their aggression. I'm certain that APU Kings here would start to put the pressure on after taking the tier 1 tower, especially with this BKB pretty far off. But Lava, they managed to bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking very good here on the side of Lava. The Lifestealer now top of the net worth. He's on his way to an Eye of Scotty this game, which typically you don't see this hero building an Eye of Scotty, but it does pretty much make it impossible to get away from him, especially stacked with the Orb of Corrosion and then just the passive from Ghoul Frenzy. Like, the amount of movement slow that he provides is a ton, and then you also Actually, Sanj doesn't have MAME anymore, right? That's a mechanic that's
That
way
is
gone.
a very long time ago.
I just like suddenly
They
occurred to me. I was like,
statues.
that's not a thing at all. That's
Yeah.
it's one of those things. It's just like my brain, like
Reverts
habitually
back,
is just like, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Reverts
find
back to a
Weaver
simpler
underneath the
time.
sentry. Fire Blast comes out, spears him right into a tree, but the save there from Legion allows that time lapse to come out, and he is going to be able to be fine. The
Yeah, they
question
don't wanna
is,
take-
Blake Ravage connects, but BKB from the Lesh. Lasso's going to come right out onto the Legion Commander, but can they actually get away from Mini here on the Lesh? He's just trying to run them down, but the Batrider, he's just too fast. Fiend's Grip onto the Lifestealer, instantly canceled there by the Fire Blast. Infest into the Tidehunter. Lava trying to disengage. They've got not many resources left here on APU. Mini low on mana. There's going to be the Reincarnation. He's just trying to chase down the Lesh, and they got him with a Flame Break. The slows from the Lifestealer, more than enough. Benny will take down the Mars, trying to make his way up onto the high ground, but they've got the control once again here on Lava, as they will grab themselves a 4-for-1. Beautiful fight once again.
Yeah, amazing positioning there from Lava. APU, I think they realized a little bit too late that Tidehunter was setting up for a Ravage there, and they were way too spread out with what they have. And this Leshrac all of a sudden not able to bring these heroes down fast enough. Lifestealer popping his Rage, and he's pretty tanky with his Sanj and Armlet active. They need to somehow bring him down inside the beginning of these team fights, or either get on top of the Tidehunter as well. They just have not had good vision game these last couple of fights on APU, and it's cost them a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it really
pull
has.
up in the these graphs here real quick, Jerry.
Graphs are nice.
Yeah.
Real
Okay,
nerd stuff, but, you know, we'll let it slide.
Yeah. Things turning on their heads pretty quickly after the fight before the last one, where Hitchman behind the tier 1 tower.
Bottom lane, Kim does have a Midas. There it is, baby. That's what I like to see. He's got that Veil of Discord. Queued up a Midas, it's being delivered. This guy's going to be very rich. Grove Bow for each team. Very fantastic item for both teams this game.
Yeah. The Veil is just an excellent item on Ogre. Applying it multiple times, Ricky, allowing you to activate magic weakness like 4 times multicast.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
You're not gonna... No?
Yeah. What?
I thought you were gonna question me on that one.
Nope, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all checks out. Come on, Kim, do it. Midas something. Always going for the catapult. Oh, okay,
No, he's
didn't go
not.
for the catapult, but he got the 2 times.
He's just maximized the amount of gold he's out of the map. He knows that the catapult is worth more than the creeps there, and his team is shortly going to come in and clear the catapult.
Smoke up in the mid lane.
Just a real team player.
Don't think they saw any of those TPs with that ward, so the question is, do they know that they're in Roshan? They have to. They have a ward there. Yeah.
No?
Right? They have to know about this.
They're heading in now.
Okay.
Here it comes.
They just have
Ravage
no
is
clue.
ready.
Do they? Ravage? Weaver comes out. We'll break that now. Instead, it's just going to be Lesh with the distraction play. BKB forces Lasso and is like, gotcha. We got Roche, baby. Leo style thinking, or Frank rather thinking of going in, but no real follow-up damage. So you also don't have your Lifestealer here for this fight.
Yeah. They put the Aegis on the Wraith King here, which is a little bit bizarre. They put it on somebody else because they've been doing an excellent job of kiting out Benny in these team fights. They take down the rest of APU.
They have so many slows if you look at it, right? You have Ignite, you just have the constant Batrider spam, you've got Gush, you've got God's Rebuke and Spear. Like, there is so much control against this Wraith King that just makes his life miserable until he has the BKB done.
Yeah, so I figured they would put the Aegis onto the Leshrac just so he'd be able to continuously run at people because he's been doing the majority of the damage this game, but not going to happen. Mid lane. Sexy Fat.
Yeah, he wants to go for dual victory, but he just sees the Lifestealer come out of Invis, and Minnie's in so much trouble. He's got no BKB. The Shard will buy him a little bit of space, but that's what I'm talking about. When you get the Scotty and Lifestealer gets on top of you, you are done. You can't actually get away from this guy. From 550 to 100 MS. That's what just happened as soon as Weaver came out of Scotty, or out of Sakuchi.
Yeah, you got Orb of Corrosion, Eye of Scotty, and Ghoul Frenzy coming out here.
It's a lot of slows.
Yeah.
And if you're a ranged hero, it's even worse, right? So.
Almost like that. Leshrac absolutely melts. Now Lava take control of the enemy team's jungle. I mean, it's become very one-sided all of a sudden, but only up 2k net worth on Lava still.
Yeah, 8 to 16. I mean, the game still appears to be somewhat close, but it feels like Lava are in a much stronger position, and it's mainly just because their heroes are fight ready. Like, they don't really need a lot here to kind of just like outplay APU. Like, they have to commit a lot of resources to try and kill off this Lifestealer, and I honestly don't know if they do. Like, because they have follow-up Ravage, they have Lasso, they have a lot of different things to try and keep him alive in these fights.
Mm-hmm. You just need so many things to go right at the start of the team fights. It gets easier as the game goes on.
There's your Fiend's Grip. Cat U able to cancel, and Rage infest right into the Mars, but he just gets chopped. Big crit from him. Kataro in trouble. There's the duel. The Ravage does come out. You know, we were talking about this. They need to save the Lifestealer, but you've just way overcommitted, and your team was nowhere to be found. Okay, Lava. Big misplay here is going to cost him a lot as 3 kills go the way of APU.
Yeah. Realizing they have this time here, trying to go high ground and immediately punished for it as the Lifestealer walks up the hill. They have to commit on this Lifestealer in order to actually get these towers, though. That's the thing with their lineup. Nobody else is able to chip away. They don't have any ranged heroes. They don't have a Leshrac on their side. So if they want to be able to take tier 3s, they got to make plays like that. But definitely with 2k net worth advantage, I think you're supposed to keep them boxed in the base for a little while longer.
Yeah, that felt so forced because you're still going into the Aegis, right, on the Wraith King, which, I mean, you kind of can just ignore the Wraith King potentially and kill the rest of his team, but you're not getting the initiation under their tier 3, especially if you're, you know, Tidehunter and your Batrider and nowhere to be found. Like, neither of them were near this push. It was just, there was definitely some miscommunication there. Like, Lifestealer wanted to push, Cat U was kind of on board, but the rest of the team maybe not so much so.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be able to keep up this aggression in another minute here. There's almost has his blink dagger. It's next major item time that he's been working on. He's got his Black King bar as well. 9 seconds. Had that for a little while. Hasn't popped it yet. His team is not being nice to him, though. I don't let him clear out any of these camps. He's following them around. Lifestealer's got the Satanic queued up now. It's a decent item. The Dispel isn't amazing this game, though.
Yeah. The thing is with Batrider that's kind of strange to me is, like, he's going for this BKB instead of going for the Shard. I personally feel like the Shard is just, like, the biggest power spike in the game for Batrider. So it's like you usually just get, like, Boots of Travel, BKB, and Shard at 20 minutes exactly, and then suddenly you have, like, double your damage output in AoE. It's pretty wild, like, how good this is. So I feel like maybe he's undervaluing it, or he's just, like, doesn't think he's going to be able to get much off with, like, the BKBs and the Legion Commander.
I think more than anything else, he wants to be able to jump on top of this Legion Commander and get the lasso off on him.
Mid lane, duel comes out, but Lifestealer managed to get the Rage off just in time. Big Ravage on the backside will be able to catch them to take down the Legion. Lasso, they pull back, Batter pulls that Lesh right into the hands of this Lifestealer, and there's not a whole lot you can do. They're just trying to figure out who their next victim is going to be, and it's going to be Serum here on this Bane as Cat U grabs him with that Yule Scepter. Weaver trying to cut back behind the tower, but does end up finishing off the wave, so not a whole lot you can do, and they're going to turn their attention back onto this mid tier 2. They actually bought back on Sexy Fat as well.
Yeah, I mean, he needed to come right back into that one. After, you know, he failed to get the duel off before the Rage came out, they realized, okay, I need to get into this fight as soon as possible. It's super important I get my press the attack, but immediately Leo Style is on top of Leshrac, pulls him back into the team. This isn't the Legion Commander to worry about anymore. Finds a quick kill off on him, and is not able to fight now. Well, they're not fighting into this Aegis anymore either.
Batrider finds the Weaver, but sets up for a duel here, and there's going to be the Halberd from Tidehunter. Going to be just enough time for him to survive the duel. He ends up getting the kill at the end of the day anyway. So a lot of gold, 633, a pretty sick kill bounty there. They're going to try to catch
these heroes out, though, on their way out.
He's got a blink. He's fine. Sexy Fat, very fast.
Well, we'll see if they want to give this one up. It looks like they're continuing the chase for now. All right, never mind. He's out of there. He's fine.
We just found a Paladin Sword over on the Lifestealer. Very strong item. Mid lane, stuns up onto the Wraith, or onto the Tidehunter. Another Halberd, though, gonna be able to disarm him for a little bit. Mini trying to keep his hands on top of the Tidehunter. Infest giving him a little bit of space. Legion Commander Yules'd up, but oh my god, the crit there from the Wraith King. Ends up finding the kill no matter what.
I'm gonna walk away after this one. Kataro, if he can get his hands on Benny, one attack off, and that's all we need.
He's got a bullwhip. Leo style comes in, lasso onto the Legion. There's gonna be 2 heroes just melting underneath this damage. Like actually with the armor toggle, might be able to keep himself alive, and it looks like he will. Backside of the fight though, Benny trying to hobble away here. Kataro breaks the reincarnation here on the Lifestealer. Flame Break pulls him right back in. Fire Blast there to follow it up, and this Wraith King so squishy when you're fighting up against this Lifestealer.
Yeah, I mean, it took him a little while to go down there, but there's just no walking away. You mentioned this, the Eye of Scotty with that Ghoul Frenzy. You just slowed way too much. This Wraith King can't do much. Not able to stand his ground and fight back against this Wraith King. Leshrac is going down at the beginning of every single team fight, doing a great job at targeting him, taking you out, knowing the majority of the damage is coming from him. Legion Commander can't quite get into these either.
What they know is if his BKB is on cooldown, there is nothing he has for survivability, right? Like, there's no Aghanim Scepter on the Weaver. Bane, like, can only Nightmare him for a moment, and outside of that, like, you can't run away, so. Easy pickings there for Lava if they get on top of you. 3K gold lead now, 13 to 21, feeling pretty strong here. Roshan respawning in about a minute 45, though.
Yep. So they had to play this one as safe as possible, further back around the pit, just not letting them exit the base. And they do need to get out of their base because they have to find themselves the tier 3 neutral items that are up. They have 2 of them so far, both the Titan Sliver and the Psychic Headband. I imagine the Titan Sliver will go the way of...
I mean, maybe Lesh. I'd put it on the Lesh, honestly. Magic resistance, status resistance isn't bad.
Yeah.
But he does kind of just need the raw health from the Essence Ring mid lane. Duel comes out onto the Tidehunter. Does he finish him off in time? No, but they do manage to still kill him. Kataro debating on going into the Blink Lasso. They grab Sexy Fat and now Benny once again. Base move speed of 100, baby. Good luck. Actually just let him reincarnate as they turn their attention over to the Weaver as he just pops the BKB. Still has time lapse. Okay. Got a little bit distracted there on their targeting, it seems.
Yeah. I mean, they're hesitant to let Weaver jump the back line here. I think they're worried about what happens. The fight gets drawn out and they all have the Swarm on top of them. And they didn't have vision on Mini either. Him back inside the trees. So, he's reincarnating on the Wraith King. If you don't have eyes on Mini, then you run a risk of him just jumping in, especially with his Blink Dagger that he has completed and destroying your team. He's near max mana as well, so... They just sit on top of the Radiant Triangle where it's safe and continue to wait for the Roche respawn. It's going to be up another 10 seconds here.
That's a really good drop. Ceremonial Robe, fantastic. Negative status resistance for the side of Lava.
Yes, he's back. Yeah. Okay, you saw it.
We can see you in the Roche pit. We see you doing it.
Mini making excellent use out of Tsunami's voice line.
Yeah, of course.
Ugh. Woo.
All right, don't ever do that again, please.
I
don't want to like hate on the person that made it, but I think river vials are one of the worst things to exist in Dota 2. It is the most annoying cosmetic thing that exists in the game. I hate it with every fiber in my body.
Make it a higher compendium level to unlock them.
I say literally remove them and never add them to the game ever again. They're so bad.
Okay, level 2000. You got to be...
Oh, Duel comes out to the Mars. In comes the Ravage from Frank, though. The BKBs are protecting Benny for the moment. They still get the Wraith King. Or, I'm sorry, the Legion Commander first. Wraith King trying to hobble away. The BKB already spent. Nightmare going to buy him a little bit of space, but Mini has to try and get away from Kataro here. He's got a haste rune, so that'll help him out for the moment, but Wraith King gonna go down. That's gonna be the reincarnation. Big arena holding in place, but the BKB from the Weaver is there. The Fiend script not even gonna be able to use. Just gets instantly canceled by the lasso there, and
no,
the Yules will also
interrupted.
find Wraith King. Oh no. A disastrous fight once again from APU, as it feels like that's just the trend here. Every single fight has gone the way of Lava this game.
Yeah. I mean, in that last team fight, it looked like it might have been able to go the way of APU King of Kings, just because Leshrac had the haste and the Lifestealer commits onto him, thinks that he's able to just finish off the Leshrac incredibly quickly, thanks to all the slow that he has. And I think was surprised when he just continued to run away from him, regardless of that I have Scotty. And he tried to stay on top for a moment before going back and finishing off the rest of the team, but they haven't completed any of these items they need to be able to stand their ground and fight. Legion Commander, you haven't really felt Sexy Fat's impact the last couple of minutes here. They're reacting amazing to everything that Apu's doing here.
Lotus Orb is going to make their life so much more difficult. Kim is so farmed on this Ogre, nearly as farmed as the Legion Commander mini bottom lane, trying to get away, but there it is. Scotty hits him, and that is it. 69 seconds without a buyback. Nightmare once again out on over to Kataro, but there's not a whole lot you can do. This Lifestealer is super farmed. The AC to boot, just going to make taking these towers that much easier.
I mean, it's a slow siege, and it has to be only Lifestealer up here hitting your towers, but with the entire team behind him, they're not able to contest this at all, and Leshrac is the majority of your damage.
Oh, gets the time lapse. Spear comes out, pins against the arena, but an instant save there from Sexy Fat. Okay, a little bit of a couple of cooldowns wasted there, but Kataro, meanwhile, takes the mid lane at Barracks and will just back out. Turn their attention over to Tidehunter, but not an easy target.
Especially with that fire shield.
Ooh, a little 4 times multicast on that Midas. Hello, I see you, Kim.
13 seconds till Lesh is back up.
Oh, reflected sleep there onto the
Rabbit
bait.
just got back up as well, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, it actually
used his
ran out of
mana.
mana a little bit, but I don't think it matters all that much. Batrider is here and just going to continuously drop these flame breaks. Will not be able to grab the kill there onto the Bane, but forces him all the way back to the fountain nonetheless, and it's going to open up this tower, revealing this lane of Barracks, and the question is, can they even defend? You've still got the Ravage, like you were talking about, Frank just sitting so far back,
Doesn't want to
ready and waiting.
Yeah.
Well, he goes in. Lasso finds the Legion Commander. Frank, there it is. The Blink Ravage catches everyone on the back line. 2 heroes dead. Reincarnation, they're going to buy back on both the Bane and the Legion Commander trying to come back into this fight. Can they actually do it? The duel there grabs the Batrider. Kataro maybe in some trouble here. He does have the Aegis. The question is, can Lava actually keep this Lifestealer alive for a second life? They grab the Tidehunter, just getting straight, but he's able to dodge out the stun. Kataro comes in with the Rage, catches the Legion Commander, but a Nightmare's going to buy him a little bit of space. There's the Arena, the Spear off the mark, though. Not even gonna matter, as Kataro is just way too scary, and now the Wraith King, no reincarnation, no help. He is dead. Buyback available. Weaver will take down the Mars. That's gonna be a dieback from him, but a lot of resources committed here from APU, and it feels like it's getting more
Even
and
with
more
these
difficult.
Resources committed, yeah, they're not going to be able to defend this one. The only way that play happens, and they manage to find these kills.
They find the Weaver, just double multicast him right in the face. Oh my goodness. They will take down both of these supports, but the question is, can they get Lifestealer? He is the big hero, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. He goes for the Infest, and he's just going to run away at this Golem.
Oh, that Weaver. Completely melts there. But the only way that team fight even happens, like I was talking about, is the fact that they have those buybacks. They end up taking down the Bane. They find the kill onto several of these heroes. They commit Ravage onto this one, and the only reason they committed the Ravage because they know the Bane was going down there, so they didn't have to worry about the Fiend's Grip. They find the first kill on the Lifestealer there, but there was no way they were going to be able to kill him twice. And after they go down a second time, I think this game is just over.
I mean, you have a 13k gold lead now. You've pretty much spent all of your like important buybacks. Wraith King, Legion Commander, Bane. I guess they still have it available on Mini, but he can't do this alone on the Leshrac anymore. I mean, we've seen if the Lifestealer gets on top of this hero, he just doesn't have any chance of living.
Yeah. I mean, you can pop your BKB for a Dispel and get the souls off you for a moment, but the moment he lands another auto attack on you, you're gone. And he moves very quick with his Rage on. And pops that Rage and Phase Boots, gets on top of you, and you are just going to melt to him. And Daedalus is now complete on Lifestealer, so he is going to make even faster work of you.
This is not an item you see all that often, but it is pretty sick. my god, Kim. Another
Let's
full
go.
4 times multicast. This
He's
dude
living the
is
high
just
life here on the
printing money
internet, yeah.
faster. Well, I'm not going to make that joke, but, you know, he's printing money.
Yeah. And
Blink Yule's going to be able to find the Weaver. Pops the BKB. Gets a nice bash. Does come out.
he's
He's going to have to time
about to
lapse,
lose
right?
the game.
Yeah, he has to time lapse. He does not have a choice, but it doesn't matter. Kotaro gets that kill thanks to Frank sitting there on the backside. And Weaver, no buyback. Dead for 80 seconds as they clean up the wave top. Wave's
it's coming
already
in
here in
mid.
mid, so they can basically just go right onto the barracks.
Yeah, they would love to be able to cut these waves, stop them from being able to run down these lanes, but with mid racks already gone, it's just way too difficult. They're going to lose the top racks. Again, pretty slowly given the lead on here on
instant
lava. They're
beam
going to
script
go in.
onto the backside, but can they cancel it? He's got an axe. They don't get the opportunity, and Lifestealer is dead. Okay. APU with a big play there on the back of that Bane Aghanim Scepter as they grab both Lifestealer and the Wraith King. They're about to finish off the Mars as well.
The stuns come out there. The duel ends up going off onto him. I mean, the fact that this Fiend's Grip landed, committing a little bit too far forward there, and they managed to get that kill before they lost the racks as well. Timing, not 100% ideal. Roshan not back up yet, but signs of life here. And I did mention this at the beginning of the game. If this ends up going to the late game, they do have the advantage here on APU King of Kings. But might be a little bit ambitious to say that.
He has BKB actually in a couple seconds and a refresher. Yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and solo him. Okay. That's 1,055 gold in the pocket of the Bat Rider, but he gets found and he just gets... Okay, he's just gonna get dueled.
He's
The
bought
question-
back into the game,
Yeah,
but
I was like,
think
wait a minute.
He doesn't have his TP.
Okay, well, that's an unfortunate buyback on the Leshrac there as Leo Style just gets out anyway.
We'll see if he's able to stay out of here. I mean, he's got a... Oh my god, both teams are going to be committing for this one so far. They get the scan off onto him. They know they interrupted his TP with that initial Blink duel.
Yeah, they're guessing correctly
Bane,
as he heads
no.
north.
Serum has to hold up this angle, please. All right, they see the angle that it comes through, but he gets the blink off and he's out. I guess he was afraid to wait up there by that tier 1 tower by himself there on the Bane. It would be a pretty dangerous play, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely.
But he ends up getting away from that one. This has become a silly game.
It's quite fun, yes.
Yeah.
All right, they need to be careful of the Bane Fiend's Grip. Obviously, now that they're aware he has Aghanim Scepter, they're going to go for a smoke. APU doing the exact same thing.
Yep. We just saw the minimum Roche respawn a moment ago, so both teams, I think, are going to start to move around the pit after a quick ramp through their own jungle. So that's exactly where Lava's going anyways. Apu, they seem to have other plans. I'm not sure why they're heading down here, though. They should know Roche respawn.
No, they saw the Midas in the mid lane. They know exactly where they are.
Yeah. So maybe they're hoping that they can catch somebody out by themselves down in the bottom lane to make a quick rotation with extra numbers over to the Roche pit, but Lava sticking together.
Mini gonna yoink the tier 1
Very
tower. That will
focused.
give them fortification, though. So well, there's a lot of couriers just sitting here at the secret shop. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks
Kotaro.
like Benny's queued up a Divine Rapier.
He's done joking around.
He's got it
He's
if
got
he
the
wants
money
to
for
buy
it.
it, but inside the base. Well, I don't know who he's just spent lasso on, but it didn't find anything. Tidehunter's just dead to a duel instead.
And that's it. I was looking at
did he get his
the rating
Lincolns,
on the
maybe?
rapier. No,
Oh.
Lincolns came after.
I have no idea.
Lincolns 100% came after. It could have been just dispelled instantly there by the Legion Commander.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
was looking at the Wraith
probably.
King. He didn't... This Wraith King opted not to lock the combining of the Divine Rapier before the team fight. So if he ends up going down twice, he does just end up losing it. Roche going to respawn, and that's the perfect time for them to check the pit. They have buyback available on the Tidehunter, and he's probably going to be forced to use it.
They found Mini, though. He's going to pop the Bloodstone heal, but is not getting a lot out of it. There's the Fiend's Grip. All three of them just holding this lifesteal in place, but he's going to come right out of it. And now you got to be careful. Benny needs to run. Kataro trying to close the gap. Will turn Essential over to Serum. Wraithfire Blast does connect. The duel comes through as well. Can the Lifestealer be killed? He can.
Frank can't make it in time.
No buyback available.
Frank bought back into this one. They just need to... Okay. I mean, they lost the Lifestealer here, and that is the only hero they have who is able to hit Roshan or hit the tower. Yeah, you pings it out, but this is going to be incredibly slow. I'm not sure they can actually take the Roshan here without the Lifestealer alive.
Oh, APU's gonna take it. They have a Wraith King with Divine Rapier.
I mean, maybe. You are a little bit worried about the numbers advantage here on Lava. They also have Refresher Orb completed on the Tidehunter.
BKB comes out. First Ravage not gonna connect. He's got a second one if he can get his hands on top of anybody, but for now, Weaver, Fire Blast up, gonna be saved there thanks to the Legion Commander.
Yeah.
Frank will
Extra
pop the
time on that
refresher.
one. I'm still a little bit early. Man is thirsty. Could use a refresh.
Nice.
Thank you. I've been prepping that one for a while. Timeless Relic he finds.
That's gonna go Rider.
Yeah. The other style is he's a greedy man. He wants it all, though. He's going to hold on to the Ninja Gear and to the Timeless Relic. 27 seconds until Lifestealer is back up. Doesn't have buyback available. I mean, if you want to make a play into the Roche Pit, you got to do it now. But they did see the Refresher Orb on the Tidehunter. They know that he does have a second Ravage, so they've been hesitant. 10-second window now. If they're going to make a play, they can't wait.
Oh, well, Batter just getting bashed by Roshan. Good stuff.
Yeah, what can you do? All right. Everybody's going to be back up now. I mean, if you can get a... I feel like you could win this game if you get the duel off onto Frank at the beginning of one of these team fights. Bring him down. He doesn't have buyback available. He is such a huge part of their fights now, this double Ravage.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I'm not sure if you caught the Weaver's build recently, but dude has a BKB.
Oh, he had a
Daedalus
Daedalus. Yeah.
On his way to an MKB.
He's had that for a while.
He's going
straight damage.
This is the Zin Q like carry Weaver. I'm the carry now.
Yeah. Jupiter isn't really playing support. He didn't get the memo. Leshrac level 25, by the way. You end up going the extra diabolic edict explosions. That's usually what you pick up on Leshrac, but
yeah,
it means that should they have the opportunity to barrel down a lane, they're going to be able to do so very quickly.
The question is, can the minus armor is like actually helping Lifestealer here as Benny just goes in. Commander, obviously giving him that magic immunity for the short duration, but the question is, who's gonna get the jump, right? That's what this is gonna come down to.
No, well, the longer they wait, the more of an advantage Lava has. 18 seconds till Refresher's back up.
They've got to find Sexy Fan. They've got to find Mate. There's the Ravage. #1 connects onto a bunch, but he doesn't actually have the Refresher available. They're falling low. There's going to be the first kill onto the Legion. Katyu's going to join him with the Fiend's Grip. Catches the Lifestealer. He gets the Abyssal Blade onto the Weaver. He just gets absolutely melted. Meanwhile, Mini chasing down the back line. He gets a dive back there onto that Tidehunter.
Oh, double damage rune picked up on the Lifestealer. He hops into the Ogre Magi in order to get away. He doesn't want to go down here. But buyback now forced here on Sexy Fat. 2 seconds before he had the second Ravage up on the Tidehunter, he ended up going down, and he's dead without buyback. So there was an Aghanim Scepter completed on the Weaver there, by the way. They tried to interrupt that Fiend's Grip, and he ended up just walking away. The illusions ended up getting a full duration off on him, and that's why they ended up winning that fight there on APU. If you can call it a win anyway. It was an absolute bloodbath.
Aghanim Scepter on who?
Bane.
Okay, yeah.
Aghanim Scepter, Telescope, Aether Lens that he's got. He's just extra illusions from super far back that could not interrupt it. And they want to close the game out now. They know 60 seconds without the Tidehunter, and they know that the buyback on this Mars is on cooldown as well. They're going to try to close this one out.
But he does a lot of damage to the buildings and the Edict Explosions, making quick work of it. That first lane of Barracks just is 3-shotted, basically. I mean, this game looked like Lava's the whole time, but a couple big mistakes. Underestimating the team fight of APU. Just lost them 2 lanes of Barracks.
Yeah. This Lifestealer is, I mean, we talked about this at the beginning of the draft. He is the majority of their damage, as is almost all their damage as the game goes on.
Oh,
He ended up
Serum's
getting
found him.
controlled up by the duel.
He just immediately drops the Fiend's Grip. Can he actually find the kill alone, though? There's going to be this lasso in from the Batrider. Stun up. Sexyfat trying to get in range for the duel, but he's not going to be able to make it. And now Serum, underneath the tier 2 tower, will fall.
He ends up getting away. I mean, it is so difficult for them to deal with his Bane Aghanim Scepter. Lifesteal's got to pop out and start dealing damage here.
They got to do something, right? Arena comes through, finds Mini.
He's got no BKB.
He does not at all. He needs help. He's going to get saved for the moment by Sexyfat, but it's not enough. He's just way too deep, and now Benny pops his BKB. Lasso's going to pull him back, and he needs help. He cannot afford to lose this Divine Rapier, but I don't know if he's going to have a chance. Sexyfat comes in, tries to save with Bashes there. Benny goes down. Rapier on the deck, picked up by the Lifestealer, and now Leshrac will join him. An instant dieback. The Weaver goes down as well. Oh my god, what a disaster for APU. It just fell apart instantly.
Can he get at least this kill off on the Ogre Magi? He does.
Nice.
Is he gonna get away with this? There is no way Sexyfat survives. He got it. He gets the blink off.
Okay, there's still no chance he gets away, right?
Come on, go. Oh no. They bring him down.
That might be one of the most unfortunate series of events I've seen for a team in a while. They
committed so hard on that lifesteal. They saw the opportunity. They committed everything onto him. I mean, they got the Fiend's Grip off. They had no way to interrupt it, but they threw the entire team so far out of position as everybody was coming back up, and there's no way to defend. Only Wraith King has buyback, and he's not even going to try. They GG out.
Yep.
A back and forth looked incredibly dicey there for Lava for a little bit there. But just as a single misplay almost cost the game of Lava, a single misplay cost the game of APU when they brought it back. So Lava looking good, man.
Dude, that last fight cost them 18,000 gold. In case you were wondering.
Sounds about right. I mean, the Rapier Gold swing is quite a bit of that, right?
Yeah, but like 18,000 gold off of a single fight. That is a lot of gold. Really well played, honestly. It did feel like APU had this game in the bag, just a little bit ahead of themselves bottom lane, and ends up pretty much just dying one at a time, and Lava pulled it together and managed to grab themselves a game 1 victory.
Gotta say, I mean, I respect what they were going for there. They thought they would be able to kill the Lifestealer again, close the game out, but nobody was in position to follow up on that Fiend's Grip fast enough, and on the enemy side of the map were they able to react pretty quickly with the TPs and couldn't finish him off fast enough. He was extremely tanky after all, but it's going to be it. Leo Style came online a little bit slow that game, almost ended up costing them things as APU did manage to get to that late game that we talked about, but Lava closing it out in time. That's going to be it for the first game today.
Yeah, well, it is just the round robin best of 2, so we'll be back after a short break, everyone. We got a lot more ahead here. 6 total games today, should be a lot of fun, so we'll see you after the break.